Hello, IELTS seekers. Welcome back to Navneet's English Planet. Today, we are going to have an IELTS speaking sample, and you are to watch it from the beginning to the end thoroughly. And whatsoever mistakes will be there in the speaking, do mention it in the comment box. And let's quickly begin with it. And also make sure that you subscribe to it before proceeding further.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What is your name?
My full name is Pranjal Syar.
Okay, how may I address you?
You may address me by my first name, Pranjal.
Okay, Pranjal. I'm going to ask you some questions related to your hometown. From where do you come?
I was born and brought up in Khanna.
Fine. Can you tell me something more about your hometown?
Yes, of course. Khanna is my hometown. It is a diminutive city like the one I grew up. Many local festivals give it to me a continuity with the past, while the number of business infrastructures in my city give it a continuity and also moving forward in future.
Fine. Is there anything in your hometown that you would like to change?
Yes, definitely. I would transform in my hometown that it is related to open hospitals for the destitute people where they can show the interest. Also, medical facilities are there. So government should take steps these health issues to control there.
Okay, Pranjal. Now I'm going to ask you some questions related to robots. Do you like robots?
Absolutely, yes. Robotic engineering is a field I take a keen in. I have actually subscribed a journal related to a robotics, the robot workshop. The other day, I read an interesting article about robots. It is related to the how robots can be used to perform a surgeries.
What kind of robots would you like to have?
Well, future is unpredictable. The household chores related to a cleaning as well as home is a really hassle. So I'm a quite lethargic. So I want that all these tasks done by robots. So I would prefer that kind of robots. It is a truly lifesaver for me.
Do you want to have a car which is driven by robot?
I firmly believe that self-driving car is a basic issue, but I think if we depend on the robots while driving on car, it does not 100% reliable because they do not handle the wheel as well as they do not face the circumstances. Also, I prefer to drive a car manually.
Will robots change society significantly?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, future is uncertainly. We see that if we can, there are many scientists who create robots in the various fields, such as an employer task, such as employer has a task and he in a convenient task within a time. So the employer prefer to the robots rather than the five employees.
Will robots replace human beings in the workplace completely?
I think there are in the digital era due to the dint of the technology, the every people has become more advanced that in their workplace and the boss get a good service from their employees. But if I talk about the robots can also helpful for the in every field. If we have a better robots, they can give various thoughts as well as beautiful services to the mankind rather than the employees.
Okay. Now you will be given a cue card on which you will have 1 minute to prepare, and then for 2 minutes you will continue speaking on it at a stretch. It is describe a piece of technology you find difficult to use. Which piece of technology? When did you buy it? How often do you use it? And explain how you feel about it. Your time for preparation starts now. Yes, it's time to start your answer.
Well, it is unequal to say that we thrive primarily on our various technologies to handle our conflicts. Although I have comfortable with most technologies, I felt uncomfortable using one. Last month, my brother went on a business trip to Singapore. He brought me a special gift for me. He waited for my birthday to give it to me. My brother knows that cleaning the house is an uphill task for me to make my life comfortable. He gave me a product called Roomba, a robotic vacuum cleaner. I use it daily, but because of its now complicated work, I use it once a only week. I was a happy camper when I received it. Whenever I use it, there are a few reasons to challenging it. The major reason is that navigating around the furniture. While doing so, they get stuck on the floor. Also, it does not clean some areas of the floor. Another issue is related to that is the how I started of the vacuum cleaner. It is tricky for me. Thirdly, also setup and maintenance are arduous task for me, as well as I face a difficulty to use them. Moreover, also I use up the difficulty related to the how to clean the brushes and the filters, because it requires the proper cleaning of the vacuum cleaner and the brushes. Also, I have checked the reviews about that online product, that most of the customers that buy the vacuum cleaner product, it is have same issues as me. So all in all, these products are purchased by people. It is a comfortable zone for people also, but also it is designed for that kind of product for a lay person.
Fine. What technology products are used by the people now?
Well, the proliferation of technology has brought numerous transformations in each sector of life. So, equipments like microwave oven, washing machines, refrigerator are integral to us. Without these gadgets, most of the people do not spend their time with these things.
Why do large companies often produce new products?
Then these massive companies offer product to launch their products because it's profit maximization. They can launch their products to attract the people, because if they attract to the people, the people become aware towards their product. Also, they have keen desire to purchase that kind of products.
Why are people so enthusiastic about buying newer iPhone models?
Well, in the modern era, every people has a opulent lifestyle, and they raise a high standard of living. Every people have their raise of standard of living, so they want to become, so they have an iPhone. Also, it attracts to the people.
Do you think it is easy for old people to use technology?
In my perspective, use of technology is a daunting task for veterans, because senior citizens, if they learn about the technology, senior citizens must prefer dedication as well as persistence efforts, so they can grab the knowledge related to that of kind of technology. Predominantly, if they grab a knowledge related to the technology, so they must learn about the basics of the technology, like how to start the gadget and the complexities of the technology, which is very useful for them. Also, the youngsters can also motivate to the veterans that they must participate in the technology where it reinforces their knowledge.
This is the end of your speaking test. Thank you. Let's move on to the feedback now. There were many words which were mispronounced, like it was said yawner, but the right pronunciation for this word is yawnera. Then there was a word integral, means spoken to be integral, but it is integral. The other word was era. No, it's era. in the modern era, in the contemporary era. Then another word was arduous. The right pronunciation for this word is arduous. And some expressions were repeated and some were spoken in the wrong manner. Like it was said that the future is unpredictable, but the right word for this is unpredictable, not unpredictable. After that, every was used with people. Every we use for the singular, like every person in the world. Don't say every people, all the people or only the people, but every people is wrong. Then some other expressions were repeated, so the need to avoid repetition is there. And one expression was used as only once only a week, but it should be only once a week. So these are the things which needed to be considered.